One final non-conference match for the BGSU women's soccer team as they return home to Cochrane Stadium, the host, the Duquesne Dukes, here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Bowling Green. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome inside the broadcast. I'm Liz Clammer, alongside Henry Costco, once again ready to have some fun with you, Henry. Second best start in program history for this Falcons, 4 wins in the early part of the year, but they're playing a team that they haven't had a whole lot of history against.
Yeah, only 2 matches previously in the history between Bowling Green and Duquesne. Most recently was last year in Pittsburgh. Duquesne came out on top last year, so Bowling Green looking to change things this year.
Indeed, and Isabel Mazzaferro, Ella Kane got on the score sheet for Bowling Green last game. They've really found the rhythm as of late, but there's a player in Duquesne that's arguably one of the best forwards in the country.
Yeah, Maya Matesa, 8 goals already on the season in only 5 matches, 17 points. That's second most in Division I, and she has the most goals per game in Division I as well. Hat trick against Mercy Hurst and 2 goals in the season opening victory over Kent State, so she's going to be one to watch for Duquesne for sure.
Yeah, Bowling Green definitely going to have to keep her quiet this afternoon. It's the Falcons and the Dukes, and it's ready for battle here on WBGU PBS. Beautiful day for the beautiful game of soccer as you see Ella Kane run out the tunnel. The Falcons and the Dukes ready to do battle. You have one last non-conference game before they begin Mid-American Conference play. Lucas Kleinmeyer alongside Henry Costco with you in the broadcast booth. Just the third meeting between these two sides, and it should be a good one.
Yeah, these two teams met in Pittsburgh last year. Duquesne took that game 2-0, so the Falcons looking for some revenge in this game. But I talked to head coach Chris Fox pregame about their quick turnaround from Robert Morris, a game that they won on Thursday, and also his thoughts on the game against Duquesne last year. We can take a look at that. All right, so Coach, quick turnaround from Robert Morris. Obviously, an afternoon game that was delayed into the night, and then you guys come home pretty late, and a quick turnaround for this game against Duquesne. How do you guys prepare for that game, and how do you approach that sort of situation as a coach?
Yeah, I think obviously getting the adequate amount of rest, that was super important. So we ended up giving them off on Friday from anything on field and just had them in the weight room. Strength and conditioning coach took them through a really good active workout. Started a little bit later just so that their bodies could recover. I think that was the most important thing. And then same old preparation during yesterday's practice session for the game. So I think we're good. I think they seem like they've got a lot of energy. We'll see once the game starts.
Yeah, so third match again in program history against Duquesne. Last year was the second match. It was a 2-0 loss in Pittsburgh. What was it that kind of gave you guys trouble in that game, and what are you going to look to do differently here at Cochrane Stadium?
Yeah, a couple of things. I think, Duquesne are a very, very athletic team. Lots of athletes, but also a lot of quality. And so they're a dangerous proposition going forward. I think obviously it's a different coach this season. So similar players, different coach. I think, last season it was relatively even game, to be honest. It was a difficult one. You talk about weather things. Last year, I think there was like a crazy heat wave or something that came through Pittsburgh. I think we ended up having like 2 water breaks. It was that hot. And so Duquesne's field, definitely a difficult one to play on. Like lines are kind of off center. It's a little bit narrow. So yeah, it wasn't a fun trip by any means. Didn't think we were worthy of a 2-0 loss, but probably weren't worthy of a win either. So it could be a completely different game today. Different conditions, different feel. We're obviously at home, different coaches, and we got a nice game plan. And if the goals can execute, I think we'll be in for a good game.
All right, thanks, Coach, and good luck today.
Thank you.
National anthem is done. Starting 11s are out, and we're ready for action here at Cochrane Stadium, Bowling Green, and the Duquesne Dukes. Let's go first for the starting 11 for the away side. Ango, Ali Huge, Anna Bundy, Jaden Sharpless, Kayla Lasek, Lindsay Krafchick, Kaylin Killinger, Emerson Connolly, Eva Lavica, Mackenzie Muir, Brianna Moore, and Maya Matissa. Starting 11 there for the Duquesne Dukes. What things out to you?
Yeah, I mean, Maya Matissa is the one player that sticks out to me the most. 8 goals so far in 2025, tied second most in divisional. We mentioned it in the pregame, and she's going to be the one to watch on the offensive side of the ball. The other one, Mackenzie Moyer, was the player who scored the second goal against Bowling Green in last year's match.
And for the Bowling Green Falcons, starting 11 and goal, Peyton O'Malley once again. Mia Gatz getting her first start as a Falcon. Amy Butera, Audrey Oliver, Gabby Lamparty, Ella Kane, Taylor Green, Haley Wolf, Jada Searles, Ellie Poole, and Emma Strancy for head coach Chris Fox. A couple of changes there from their match against Robert Morris.
Yeah, and the big thing to note is the versatility among these forwards. We've seen Ella Kane, Stransky, and Poole, the 3 stars today, but it was Kane and Mazzaferro who scored the 2 goals in their victory over Robert Morris on Thursday. So I expect to see the Niagara transfer coming off the bench and see a couple others at the forward position as well for the Falcons.
We mentioned all those players that were hurt last year that came back into this team. Audrey Oliver is one of the few getting a big start here at home for her. Happy to see her back in the fold. And then first collegiate start there for Mia Gatz. It'll be interesting to see how they line up exactly. It might be a change of shape.
Yeah.
We'll see how they line up.
Yeah, we talked about the depth and the versatility of this team. Being the youngest team in the MAC, they've shown that their ability to play, maybe more than 20 players in a game, and that may be something that they'll look at in conference play as well. And we're seeing that with the addition of Oliver and Gatz, 2 players into the starting lineup today.
One of the mainstays, no doubt, besides O'Malley, and that has been that kind of spine of Green, Lamparty, and Butera.
Yeah.
We'll see how the rest shakes up. Bowling Green's in their orange, while Duquesne in their kind of navy blue with a little bit of red trim for some Sunday afternoon soccer. Couldn't ask for a better day.
Yeah, I mean, that's been a common theme, I think, throughout these opening games at Cochrane Stadium is just fantastic weather. And, hopefully it lasts as long as we can get it here.
Indeed, as well. Our head referee, John Kennedy, looks at his watch. Getting ready to get us set for underway. Just one final test for Bowling Green. Their 5th home game already of this season. This afternoon. We'll be back at home against Kent State to open up MAC play in a momentarily. But before they do that, they got a duel with the Dukes. And you just tell from the lineup right there, looks like Searles and Green are in the center back spots with Lamparty out on the left. So a little bit of change there. We'll see how that unfolds. Whistle's blown, and Butera gets us underway here in Bowling Green.
Going right towards that corner with Ella Kane, trying to make the connection there, but just a little too far. That's something to watch for, is that connection between defensive midfielder Butera and those forwards for the Falcons.
There's Wolf and Abal. They're able to earn the throw-in. So it looks like the midfield, Butera and Oliver. Obviously, the front 3, you have Kane on the right as it seems. Stransky is at 9 and Ellie Poole on the left. Looks like Mia Gatz might be playing a little bit of mid. See number 3 there on your screen making his way up. So that's a little bit of an interesting change there for Fox.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out in this game. But Haley Wolf, it's a star-studded defense for this team. Taylor Green, the 2025 captain, and then you see Haley Wolf on the ball right now, All-MAC freshman team member in 2024.
Lesick was providing some press, but Bowling Green able to build out of it. Wolf threw ball here to Kane. Kane in a one-on-one battle there with Connolly, able to earn a throw in there. The former Louisville Cardinal and Kentucky Wildcat.
Emerson Connolly, the true freshman out of Beaver, Pennsylvania. One thing we'll talk about a little bit later, not a single transfer on this Duquesne squad under first-year head coach Jessica Geiges. Interesting, though. It's rare to see teams, especially at the Atlantic 10 level and kind of above, to not have any transfers on their roster, especially for a first-year head coach.
Well, we talked about how good of a start this has been for Bowling Green this year. I mean, equally if Duquesne, they played one less match than Bowling Green, but 4 wins and just 1 loss, and that 1 loss was against a ranked opponent.
Yeah, I think a good judge. Kent State is the team that BG plays to open up MAC play next week. Duquesne beat them 3-2 in the season opener. Tells you the quality of the squad.
There's Gatz battling there on that far side with Killinger. Thrown again here from BG. Been a successful start at home so far for Bowling Green. Besides that one loss to Illinois, they've taken care of business ever since. Had a draw as well against Cincinnati. Here's Poole hooking this one into the box right to the chest of Sharpless, who clears it off her own teammates. Picked back up here from Ellie Poole. Is going to take a shot there. It's blocked. That was Lavecchia coming in to block them away. First chance there for the Falcons.
Yeah, good energy so far on the offensive side of the ball. Poole taking advantage of a little bit of open space in front of the box. Got a shot off there.
That one doesn't stay in play on the far side. Be another throw in for BG. It'll be Gatz to take once again. Give it to Kane, was trying to give it back to Stransky. Duquesne trying to deal with the whistle blows and a call in favor of the Falcons.
One thing to note with this Duquesne squad is the veteran presence. 6 seniors in the starting lineup alone for this squad, including Matissa, including Mackenzie Moore, including Brianna Moore as well.
Throw goes nowhere, so it'll be a goal kick here for the Dukes for Hughes. Some Falcon fanatics showed out here. Should say Cochrane Crazies, pardon me.
You got the drum out. Fog machine in effect as well for today's game.
Searles first to that goal kick, heads it up. Oliver putting it back in play. Poole's got some space. One-time pass out to Kane. Kane takes it down here on the right side. Kane dribbles to the byline and a tough battle there with Connolly. Connolly did really well there. So that's actually Lavecchia getting her by position there to get off for goal kick.
It's always interesting to watch to see how these forwards match up with their defenders on their respective sides. Looks like that's going to be a common theme. Lavecchia versus Kane on that right wing spot. Sometimes when you see weaknesses early in the game, that's where they'll end up targeting as half goes on.
Bowling Green able to win the ball back quickly, and Butera recycles along the back line to Taylor Green. There's Lamparty, a little bit of a different position here, pulled out more left. I should go all the way back to O'Malley with some pressure of the Pittsburgh native. Cleared up and away for Wolf. It's headed out there for a Falcon throw.
Peyton O'Malley been one of the best goalies in the MAC so far in non-conference play. On the MAC in goals, average goals against, period there.
And she's come up big a couple of times when she's had to, making those saves, especially the past home games that we've seen.
Yeah, the Cincinnati game was a great game for her. And a great result for the team, holding on for the draw against Big 12 opponent.
Searles dishes it out, but it's back into Anna Bundy. And a one-on-one battle there. Nicely won there from Haley Wolf. Gives it back to safe feet of Butera. Throws back to O'Malley under some pressure. Providing a little bit of high press here, Duquesne, early in this half. Kane comes back, try to win it. Bundy in a tangle there. Duquesne still with it. And Strangely comes back to win back the ball.
A good takeaway by the Falcons. The disadvantage of high press is you can get fast breakaways on the other side of the ball offensively. Good takeaway there. Bundy.
Bundy gets it away. There was Brianna Moore, but they give it right back. It was Audrey Oliver picking it up, and Audrey Oliver drawing the foul. And Brianna Moore kind of sees that typical number 9 that you like to see, especially in the 8-10 level, where it's kind of height, using your height to the advantage, kind of big body, can hold the ball when needed, but can also run behind the defense as well. There's Wolf sliding this out to Kane in the right side. Kane trying to beat by Bundy, and she does. Kane enters inside the box, cross along the face of goal, and it clears out to Wolf. Loose pass, Oliver trying to get on it. It's one back here from Duquesne. to see first couple of touches, trying to switch the point of play. It's cut off well there from Gatz. Lamparty steps in, earns it back, gives it to Butera. Green all the way back to O'Malley. Under some pressure there, she'll just have to clear that one away. So another example of the press working there for Duquesne.
Yeah, they got themselves a throw in. That's going to be a interesting situation. See if they go down the line. They go right into the middle of the field.
Here's Bundy, gives it to Moore. Green with a good poke. Still alive here for Duquesne. Open shot's going to be taken there and parried aside there from O'Malley. Her first save of the afternoon. Corner kick coming up for Duquesne.
That was Killinger on that shot. Got a good look, got some space, and put it right towards that far right post. O'Malley was right on it, though, and it's going to be a corner.
Corner kick, Duquesne.
So it'll be an outswinging ball here from Killinger, who earned the corner. And that one just goes out of play.
And they were looking at kind of a high stack right near the front half of the box, and then the push, but a little bit too far in the corner. Give anyone an opportunity there. Well, they're going to settle it down a little bit.
Haven't had too many chances between both teams trying to feel each other up, but that was probably the best one of the afternoon from Killinger there.
It's been an open game. Side to side easily.
Ooh. And Green's pass intercepted from Killinger. It's working on Mia Gatz, the freshman there, puts it across in the box. Green heads it away. Stransky comes all the way back, try to hold up the ball, but Sharpless takes it away. And something you don't see very often for Bowling Green building out of the back. Here's Bundy. Switching it out here to Lissick. And she'll take a strike there, but curving just over the bar.
Another good look there for the Dukes. Well, that's like the one of two sisters in the squad. Skylar Lessick also 24. Benches will take a look at it. Wolf comes in to challenge and takes a couple touches and gets a solid look. Another shot for the Dukes.
Here's Butera. Switching the point of play to Gatz. It's going to be a foul there on the freshman.
Yeah, a bit too much contact for the referee's liking.
It's a free kick there by the in between our two head coaches. And Lamparty will take this reset. Looking for an option there, but probably going to play Butera short. Likes to go long. It's one there. There's Poole. Good switch to find Wolf here on the right side. Wolf, Duquesne.
She win this one-on-one in the corner here.
Gets the pass around and just runs out of room there. Good idea nonetheless.
Yeah, I like the idea. It's a little bit too far on the try to wrap around. Wolf not afraid to attack offensively. Very good on the ball for a right back. Has some good pace on the ball.
Has played right or left back during her time with Bowling Green.
Yeah, her and Taylor Green, and with the addition of Gabby Lamparty, have made a very solid back line for the Falcons.
That's going to be a hard foul, I believe, on Stransky, if I'm not mistaken. That was on Mackenzie Muir, one of the captains for Duquesne. Play it quick and a little bit of danger. Nice one to passing here from Duquesne to build out of the Bowling Green pressure.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of contact. Just going up for the ball on that foul. Nothing there so far.
Here's Lessick. Working on Wolf, dances inside the box. Good job there from Duquesne to help defensively, and Wolf clears it off for Lessick to earn a goal kick.
Play by Wolf, but Bowling Green defense called into action early. We've seen Taylor Green, it's kind of the veteran presence, although only a junior captain of this team and of this defensive line.
Lamparty will take this one to Green. Really playing on the back. Duquesne bringing a lot of bodies up. Lamparty's going to dribble up. Got 5 Duquesne players trying to win back the ball there for Bowling Green. Wolf. Good credit for BG. Look at the way they build out of this one. Wolf takes a knock there as Kane will give it to Oliver. Oliver looking to give it to Poole. Offside flag will go up regardless. Ref did play advantage, so the attack could still develop there, but just offside.
Yeah, right idea again. Ellie Poole had the look on that side. It was going to be a good ball. Just managed to stay on side. But physical game, especially from Duquesne. Not afraid to use the body and try to get those takeaways.
We'll give Bowling Green credit, too, to able to build out of the back there.
Yeah, that was a fast build.
Here's Bundy. Trying to through ball to Lessick. Gonna quite a thing on that one, and no trouble there for Peyton O'Malley.
You know, we talked about Matisse pregame. It's been a lot of Kayla Lessick has been the majority of the offensive chances for them, really kind of pushing that left wing.
Here's Green. Duquesne definitely sees how much Bowling likes to play from the back, and they've been providing their press. Good pass there from Oliver. Stransky looking to give it to Kane. Went to her blind shoulder, unless she would have been through on goal. But a good pass nonetheless.
I mean, the quick offensive progression is there. That was 3 passes, and they were already up in danger area.
Mackenzie Muir giving this one to Killinger. Block there from Butera. Now this is Duquesne's chance now to have a little bit of possession of the round. I might have spoke too soon.
I mean, fast-paced start to this game. It seems like it's got to slow down eventually, especially if no goal ends up being scored.
Yes, nice one-touch passing here from Bowling Green. Stransky trying to get by defender there. Connolly goes out for a throw, and Green back to O'Malley. Oh, look how far up O'Malley is outside of her box, next to the 2 center backs.
Yeah, not afraid to come up and help out the offensive progression.
Here's Stransky. Lamparty looking long for Kane. Took a weird bounce. Goes right to Huge. I think it's safe to say the early part of the season, the transfers in Ella Kane and Isabella Mazzaferro has really helped out head coach Chris Fox.
I mean, I think the main question entering this year is if the offensive production would be able to get a little bit of a boost, especially with departure of Bryn Gardner at the end of last season. And I think we've seen Kane and Mazzaferro fill in very well.
Nice long ball to the top, looking for Bundy, but it's good defending there from Wolf.
I think he's on the ball right now. I think another player who's really stepped into the role as Peyton O'Malley came in, played kind of the second half of last season after an injury to Madison Vukas, and then Vukas transferred to North Alabama, and O'Malley's really stepped into this goalkeeper role well. Been very confident to start the year.
Yep, just as a sophomore as well. Just played about half the year, like you mentioned there. Yeah. She already looks like a senior out there with some of the way she plays.
Yeah.
Dispossessed again here from Bowling Green. Killinger picks it up, goes inside the box, gets past Lamparty. It's off of Green, and Lamparty will just knock it away there out for a corner kick for the Dukes.
I didn't want to risk giving the ball back to Killinger. It was a dangerous spot, especially with all the Dukes that were in the box. Now they'll put them all in the box for the corner kick.
Corner kick, Duquesne.
Killinger kind of skied it a little bit on the first corner kick. See if get it this time.
Cross in the box. Stransky heads it first. It's only clear as far as Muir, who will take a strike there, but not on goal.
Here we go, Falcons.
And usually sometimes you see from corner kicks, if it's not the initial header that goes on goal, it's usually the second attempt from top of the 18. We'll take another look at it. Muir just couldn't see that one on frame.
I mean, the ball came out to Muir there at the end, but you sometimes it just takes a little bit of luck to get the bounce, especially when Bowling Green's kind of taking the player advantage in the box.
And Party, Stransky there, going to earn the foul. That was Jaden Sharpless. Butera wanting to go quick. And I think you've seen already from this game, Henry, with Butera. I think a lot of people that are casual soccer fans, Sarah's a little bit dispossessed here, to get out to Wolf, don't really know how important the impact of a good defensive midfielder is. Butera has to be one of the top defensive midfielders in the entire MAC.
Yeah, I mean, especially with this style of system, the progression, the building from the back, she is one of those vital pieces that really allows that. And she can, she can build from the back, but she also has the ability to send long balls. We've seen the leg that she has, a couple great goals that she had last year, including an Olympico against Kent State. So she has that ability as well. Very versatile player.
On the ball again, plays pretty much every second of every match for Fox. Here comes Duquesne once again. Looking to go through. It's back to Killinger.
I mean, going back, Butera on the ball there. Knowing the youth of this team, you wouldn't really guess it with the amount of leadership, especially in this back part of this roster with Green and Butera, even O'Malley in the goal in the net. Play older than their...
It's crazy because they're a young team,
yeah,
but yet they're so experienced with the amount of players that even played last year.
Yeah, the amount of leeway that Fox gives and the amount of players that he allows to get put in and, big situations where they're needed.
Here's Kane, a little bit too strong there from Butera. Moore is all the way back to win back the ball. Vecchio trying to thread the needle. Skipped by a couple Falcons and a heavy touch there from Muir. We'll go all the way back to O'Malley.
The game has slowed down here past few minutes. A little bit of more possession for Duquesne. They've had a couple of chances. I would say it's been a pretty even match between these two teams to this point.
So Stransky back.
So far, 3 shots for Duquesne to BG's 1. Lone shot on goal was for the Dukes. 3 fouls for Duquesne, only 1 for BG so far.
And Party over the top for Stransky. Will thread this ball through. A wide open Wolf has made her way inside the box. Wolf one-time cross, and it's covered up from Hughes. But a good look nonetheless there for Bowling Green.
Great job by Allie Hughes to get on that, but Haley Wolf recognizing the space. Right back coming all the way forward. That was a great look for the Falcons.
Now it's just going to go all the way out for a throw-in deep in Duquesne territory. Get this one out to Moore. Moore's got a teammate waiting if she can get it to him, and she does. This is Kayla Lesick. One-on-one with Searles. Lesick, top of the box. Shot is blocked from Green. Here's Bunny picking up. Bunny will try her luck from range, and that's into the breadbasket there for O'Malley.
Let's go, BG.
Another shot on goal for the Dukes, and kind of running a similar game where they're having the fast offensive progression with their high versatility with those forwards. Get another look at it.
Well, Green's been in the right spot at the right times on a couple of those looks. Racked up a couple blocks already today.
That was Anna Bundy, the junior, on that shot. In Wexford, Pennsylvania, in North Allegheny High School. It's Duquesne squad. They went 9-7-1 last year, 3-6-1 in Atlantic 10 play. Ended up going to go a different direction in terms of head coach. Hired Jessica Geigas this year after more than a decade at Slippery Rock. 9 consecutive PSAC tournament appearances. That school.
It's really helped turn around this Duquesne program, or at least kept them to where they've been in the past. And we talked about it a little bit before, but the A10 conference, I don't really think is talked about a whole lot when it comes to the powerhouses.
Yeah, I mean, UMass was another great team that played in the A10 last year, and they made the switch to the MAC, and they're going to be one of the main contenders for a MAC tournament spot this year.
Long throw here off the turnover from Bowling Green. Oliver headed down the green, and she'll just huff it out of bounds.
Blank 10 is one of those kind of mid-major conferences where it seems like you have one team every year that really stands out, and sometimes you get some that make deep run into the tournament.
Still a high press being provided. Matissa this time was up top, kind of interchanging there with Moore, but they get out of this one. Wolf to Kane. Nice little spin here from Kane, trying to keep this one in play. Gets around her man not once but twice. Good defensive play there for nonetheless from Duquesne. That was Sharpless winning the ball back.
Yeah, you see still the press. As you see Lessick charging on Searles. They're going to force it all the way back to O'Malley. They're going to have to reset.
And I think some of the high presses really caused Bowling Green, not on the treble as Lamparty lost track of the ball there initially, but the presses caused Bowling Green a little bit of issues.
Yeah, you can tell their main goal is to just try to keep the ball forward and try to, a lot of their chances have come off of turnovers in the Bowling Green half due to that high press.
There's more again. Turned over from Duquesne. Here's Stransky trying to create something out of nothing. And Stransky has some more coming back from behind. Referee says shoulder to shoulder. Duquesne wins back the ball. Long pass to Lessick. He's got some room. Searles comes to meet her. Turns a couple of times around. Searles trying to switch it. We're going right to Bunny. Stransky's still down from behind the play for Bowling Green, and now they will.
That was a good defensive play by Searles. Stopped it on the one-on-one, but hope Stransky is okay.
Looked like a hard challenge at first glance. There is one sub getting ready to come in for Bowling Green. Don't know who that is quite yet.
Stransky, an important part of this Falcon squad, leading returning scorer from last year. 5 points already this year, 1 of 3. Falcons leading the team, and she's going to get up and continue on. Good sight to see.
This will be a dead ball situation here from where Bundy is standing over the ball. Take another look at this challenge.
Yeah, I mean, Stransky gets around the defender there, and yeah, it's Brianna Moore. Comes in from behind.
Taken quickly here, Bundy curves it to the back side. And that cleared. Moore. Back to Muir. It's blocked from Green again. Stransky gets the block in there for that Sharpless switch. And Bowling Green's been under some duress here in the past couple minutes or so. Here's Sharpless driving in, gets it to Bundy once again. Couple 1-2s. Gets it back to Bundy, trying to switch outside. Lessick cross the face of goal, and offside flag comes up on the run. But that was a good intricate play there from the Dukes.
And getting everyone involved in that one. Great touches by Anna Bundy to find the space on the left side. That cross would have been dangerous if it were to stay on.
Under 19 minutes to go here now in this first half. A couple chances from Dukes, but O'Malley's been able to keep him out of the net. Nice one-touch passing here from Bowling Green. Gatz trying to switch the play to Kane, and there was a open Wolf on the right side. Turn back over to Oliver. Chested down here from Stransky. Stransky, long switch. Wolf's making the run up. She's got a lot of space in front of her. One-time cross into the box, looking for Stransky. Header down. Emma Stransky scores! What a ball from Wolf. And Stransky, another goal at Cochrane Stadium. 1-0 Bowling Green.
And Stransky coming back from the injury to make that one. Make it a 1-0 game for Duquesne, but Haley Wolf making that run again from that far right side, and fantastic ball to give Stransky the chance. Falcons go ahead early. Let's take another look at it. Wolf just too much space. Dukes leave way too much space on that side, and Stransky, all she has to do is head it in.
What a header. Textbook header, too, into the corner of the net, too. And a lot of the chances for Bowling really have come down that right-hand side for Haley Wolf, so give the sophomore credit, assist on the goal.
Yeah, the scheme that Coach Fox likes to run, giving that right back the space on that side. It really has seemed to open up in this game. Falcons break through.
So looks like a couple of subs we made for BG. Mina Sam will come in for Audrey Oliver, and it looks like that's Mazzaferro and for Ella Kane.
Mazzaferro, goal scorer in Thursday's match against Robert Morris, junior transfer from Niagara.
7 for 32, 20.
So that for Bowling Green, I mean, Duquesne probably had the better, much of the chances, but
yeah,
BG able to capitalize on their attacks.
Sometimes it's about the quality of the chances and the multitude. That was a extremely quality chance.
Goal scored by number 36, Emma Stransky.
Here's Sam, fellow Pennsylvania native, getting stuck in a challenge. Mazzaferro. Tackle from behind.
Substitution for number 20. Mina.
And Stransky, we talked about, you know, last year was big for Fox in his first year, and you lose Gardner, you lose Unkefer, you lose a couple of players at the portal just for graduation. And she was one of the few returners that really returned outside of, obviously, Ellie Poole, but he also missed a lot of last year. And we got a Falcon down here. I believe that is Haley Wolf. Or no, that's Evie Underhill, pardon me.
Evie Underhill, transferred from St. Bonaventure, sophomore out of London, England. Just checked into this game.
We'll take another look.
Ball comes in front of that side and just contact, maybe got a foot stepped on, maybe lower legs as well. Trainer's gonna come out.
Luke could have got awkwardly planted on the grass, maybe on the follow through or something, but
Yeah.
looks like he's working on that left leg of Underhill.
Yeah, team's gonna regroup. Tough to see for Underhill. A good start to the year. Former Tottenham Hotspur Academy player. He's the leading point scorer for St. Bonaventure last year.
So give Fox some time to regroup with his team. What have you made of the first half so far from a Bowling Green standpoint?
I think Bowling Green will be happy with the goal. I think it's been a pretty even match so far, just in terms of offensive production, very end-to-end, open game. And I think Bowling Green might try to slow the pace down as Mitchell's going to get up, going to walk it off.
That's a good sign there from BG. Make sure she's okay.
There's going to be two Duquesne subs coming in imminently. Teams are going to regroup and get back out there. I believe it's going to be a free kick for the Falcons on this side.
Underhill, another transfer that really we haven't talked about a whole lot, but has been really impactful when she's come off the bench for BG.
Yeah, one of those players that's really contributed to the depth of this team.
So a restart play here. Serves will go back to Green. Green again, looking for Underhill, just a bit too strong. Header flicked on, ready to go all the way back to O'Malley. High pressure being provided there. O'Malley might have got stepped on from Moore, who was barging down on goal.
Yeah, definitely got stepped on there. Just going to hobble it off. And here come the subs for the Dukes.
Yeah, that's Matchka coming in for Duquesne, number 5. Coming in for Anna Bundy. Coming in, Reese Kirshner, senior midfielder, will be coming in for Mackenzie Muir. Green Sam goes over the top of the ball. Searles clear it out. Checks it down. Sam. If Ella Kane making the run from all the way from the left side, flag does go up. The Hughes came off her line there to make sure she didn't get on the end of that pass.
Looks like, it kind of looks like 5 in the back line for the Falcons right now, or maybe just one being added. Wolf moved over to the left back. Underhill playing maybe a right mid, sort of right back spot right now.
Lamparty, so good in the air, wins that header again. There's a cross there. On the other side of the box is given right back to Duquesne. And Sam will clear away just for the moment being. Across the side of the box, Sam will deal away with it again. Kane bearing down. Was last off of her. It'll be a throw in for the Dukes.
Are the Falcons going to be able to hold on to this lead is the question Duke's putting the offensive pressure on right now. Still a long way to go in this game.
They're really working that right side of Duquesne. Here's more. Matchka, top of the box, long range shot is blocked there from Searles. Mazzaferro will pick it up, trying to use her speed on the attack. She's being chased down by a Duquesne defender, and that pass breaks up. Stransky coming back to win the back ball, wins it back again. Stransky inside the box. Oh, and just a heavy touch. Man, oh man. Cleaner touch, and that would have been 2-0 Bowling Green.
Almost did it all herself. Multiple takeaways and just a little too far on that last touch.
Sam gives it to Kane, and yeah, like you said, she almost did all herself there, as that's a giveaway there from BG. There's more. We're going to switch it to Lessick, and does. Lessick's moved her way all the way to the right side for the Duquesne Dukes. There's Ella Kane coming back defensively, win back the ball. Stransky.
Switch sides, trying to find Underhill. That was not quite there.
Be a substitute for the Dukes. That's going to be Hospada. Should be coming in for Kayla Lessick.
Paco, senior midfielder, Rockville Center, New York. Another one of those veteran players for the Dukes.
There's Reese Kirshner trying to switch the point of play. Goes out of play. Green, long ball over the top looking for Stransky. Goes only as far as Sharpless. Bowling Green wins it back again.
The Falcons lead 1-0, but Duquesne 7 shots total to BG's 2. You could argue the Falcons have had maybe the 2 best chances if you had Stransky's chance there recently into that, which didn't end in a shot, but it was still a great chance.
Duquesne's tried their luck from long range a lot this game, and besides a couple of those shots that were on target to O'Malley, a lot of them have been blocked by the person on the ball right now, and Taylor Green. Green, a little bit more high press being provided here for Duquesne. Butera switches it across. Underhill trying to keep this one in play, and does. Underhill gets it up to Mazzaferro, who's got a lot of green. Mazzaferro has Kane in the back post if she wants to. Tries to find her to Kane, and it goes just over the bar.
Another great chance from the Falcons. I mean, that it might be that high press that's kind of producing so much room on that right side, and they've found it sometimes from some subs.
Agreed. Emily Holler checking in for the first time for Bowling Green for Stransky. Ella Kane out, and Quinn O'Neill, a freshman, in as well.
Quinn O'Neill, another one of those freshmen that have been getting minutes. Out of Naperville, Illinois. Played for Indy Premier United.
Sam's been really good since coming in play, winning back a couple of loose balls in the midfield to get this one all the way out to Green.
I'll look at Green. Getting forward, ends up going back, but the ball well.
Searles long switch to Underhill. Bowling Green again doing well out of this pressure.
I mean, a lot of the reliance on offensive success comes from a defensive back line when you have a pressure like this, because getting the ball forward is the #1 obstacle. We've seen them do that so far. We've seen the forwards have a lot of success. They do get on the ball.
O'Malley. Searles, and O'Malley will deal with it, looking for Mazzaferro. And it's headed out for a Falcon throw.
They're going to go quick.
Just a heavy touch there from Holler, but Underhill gets it back. Mazzaferro. Under 10 minutes to play in this first half. The Emma Stransky header is the difference so far in this one. Butera sliding through as Lamparty trying to get that O'Neill, and almost worked out. Be a Wolf throw in here on that far side. O'Neill going to keep that one in play. Be a goal kick for Hughes.
Duquesne substitution number 13, Abby Colangelo.
Abby Colangelo will come in for Duquesne. Brianna Moore, who had a couple of good looks trying to hold the play, will get a breather.
Colangelo, another one of those seniors for the squad out of Lorton, Virginia.
Long switch. Trying to find Colangelo. Butera pokes it back to Wolf. O'Malley, long switch, Underhill, good first touch. Sam gets it back to Underhill. Good teamwork here for Bowling Green. Holler, long switch looking for Wolf, able to connect. And pass just a little bit short there, looking for O'Neill. What have you made of the move of Lamparty going to left back this game?
I think it's create a bit more room, maybe especially Searles taking over the center back position, and then maybe Lamparty trying to get make sure that defensive side is locked up.
I have to agree with you as well. She's so good on the ball with her and Green. I think peeling her out wide left there, she can hit those more ricochet through balls or some of those long balls to some of those Bowling Green attackers.
Party transfer from West Virginia. One of the more experienced transfers that you'll find. Nearly every game for the Mountaineers last year.
Yeah, corner kick coming up here for Bowling Green, and it will be Butera once again to take, as it's been the past couple of seasons.
Corner kick, Bowling Green.
Here's Butera in swinging ball. Huge there, just has to punch it away. No foul called. Here's Wolf putting this one back in play, and he goes out of bounds.
First corner of the game for the Falcons. Solid chance.
And usually we're used to seeing them have a lot of those corner kicks and a lot of set piece opportunities in these games.
Yeah. Hasn't been a lot of set pieces for either team today. Very fast paced. So you've seen the half has gone by pretty quickly.
How about Lamparty keeping that one in play? O'Neal puts across inside the box, takes a bounce. Holler stabs at it, and it's going to go right into Hughes.
That was Lamparty keeping that play alive. Chance in the box.
I think that's also an example of you've seen her go out to that left back spot a lot of times this game. She's by the touchline, and she just kind of scoops it over and just keeps it in play.
Yeah.
Hatter was looking for O'Neal. It's out for a Duquesne throw-in. Sam in a little bit of trouble. Here comes Matissa. Haven't called her name a whole lot. Cross inside the box and almost connecting there. It's still in the air. O'Malley has to punch it away. No foul called on O'Malley there, and Bowling Green comes away unscathed.
O'Malley was trying to just take that one herself and ended up knocking it away. Luckily, it found Sam.
Loose pass picked up from Matissa. Green just clears it away. And Holler trying to get it out to O'Neal. It's just too strong.
Tiza, we mentioned the big offensive powerhouse. Duquesne haven't said her name a lot so far in this half. Still a lot of offensive pressure for Duquesne.
Matissa again. Holds it up. Long cross. Was first met there from Underhill. Goes back out to Matissa in the box. And Green first there to me once again. Another trying to find some pressure. Duquesne searching for an equalizer before they go to halftime. Green clears it up away again. Mazzaferro trying to tracking. He was way outside her line. O'Neal gives it to Mazzaferro. There's an open net for now. And then just dumped out of bounds there from Duquesne.
Yeah, smart play to dump it out, let the goalkeeper get reset. It's gonna be another chance for the Falcons late in this half.
Looks like they'll take their time on this throw-in. Trying to give it to O'Neal. Be a free kick for Duquesne. Would have to imagine they like to play long here. Just 3 minutes left. A header met there from Sam. Holler trying to head it down to Mazzaferro. Just hooked up into the sky. And Lamparty still able to win that header. Loose pass out of bounds for BG. And I think while the story is obviously that Trinity goal, the back line of Green, Lamparty, Searles have been solid.
Yeah, that's not easy to do against this Duquesne offense. Best in the Atlantic 10 by far so far. Put up 6 on Mercyhurst earlier in the year. Put up 3 on Kent State. They're dangerous. Mercier's game, it was 34 shots for Duquesne and none for Mercier's in that game.
One of the most prolific attacking teams so far in this early college soccer season for the women's side has been Duquesne. And a lot of that probably contributed to that game against Mercerhurst, like you were mentioning.
Yeah. The lone loss came against West Virginia. That was a 3-0 game.
Underhill's almost got that pass. Now here comes Duquesne. It's Peyton Cusis on that side. Just poked that away from Searles out for a goal kick. So got about a minute and some change ready to tack off here from Bowling Green before you go into halftime.
I think she wanted to try to get that one off of Searles and out for a corner. Searles managed to stay away from it. And down under a minute almost. It's been pretty exciting first half. I feel like an offensive sort of
1 minute remaining.
game.
Wolf looking for Searles. Duquesne might be able to make one last attack here before halftime. Wolf clears it up into the middle, takes a weird bounce. Searles will just clear it up and away. Be a BG throw, about 30 seconds left. Smart there from O'Neill, just let that one roll. Wolf flicked over to the top. Was looking for a holler. Just cleared again. Butera comes in. Now with about 10 seconds left.
10, 9, 8.
And I think all in all, while Duquesne probably outshot Bowling Green in the first half, a great cross from Haley Wolf to Emma Stransky's header is a difference here in the first 45.
Yeah, Emma Stransky getting that goal, but Duquesne mentioned their offensive prowess. I don't know if one is going to be enough. Bowling Green definitely going to be hunting for the second in the second half and looking to hold on to this lead.
Falcons looking to get another win, their 5th of the year, have a 1-0 lead over the Duquesne Dukes. We'll take a quick break. We'll bring you highlights and upcoming schedules at halftime. You're listening to BGSU Women's Soccer here on WBGU at PBS.
Lake Erie is a dangerous lake. Storms come up like that.
In the old days, it was very easy to pick out where the lights were. That's all that was lit up along the shoreline.
These keepers, what they went through just to keep a light burning, it was a rough life.
We want to preserve history, and that's what it's about, preserving the history.
September 11th on WBGU PBS.
Ready for an adventure? Join the WBGU Lighthouse Hunt. Download the Goose Chase app, solve riddles, snap pics, and earn points. Score 3,000 points and you'll win a Keep the Light On sticker. Join now to test your lighthouse knowledge and shine a light on your local history. Only with WBGU PBS.
For 75 years, a legend has watched over this campus. A beacon of school spirit. He's stood guard through game days and finals week.
I think I saw him fly once. It was incredible.
That Freddy dude is a legend.
I've never seen a bird dance like that guy. He's totally got the moves.
Wait, he can't fly?
Doesn't ask for glory. He just shows up when the students need him. And if ever trouble is near, an opposing force enters campus, or the winds of change threaten students' walk to class, there's only one bird to call.
I know it's his birthday, but the university needs him. In order to defeat this threat, you'll need to be faster, stronger, and more spirited than ever before. Come on, Freddie. There you go, friends. Come on, Freddie. That's it. Dig, man, dig. You can do this. You're ready, Freddie.
All right, Freddie. This is what you trained for. Frida is your eyes in the sky, and she'll be watching your back. Good luck, you two. Make us proud. Ziggy Zumba.
The legends are true.
How can we ever thank you?
Wait, what is he saying?
So even on his 75th birthday, Freddie will do anything to protect his university. But heroes still deserve a party. Now the only thing missing is you.
Halftime here at Cochrane Stadium. 1-0 is your score. Bowling Green over the Duquesne Dukes. Lucas Clemmer alongside Henry Costco with you. Here's some highlights from the first 45.
And you saw Lessig with the shot for Duquesne to start, but here's Haley Wolf with what was their first chance kind of coming off that side.
And a lot of it in the first half came through Haley Wolf on that right back spot, kind of pushing up.
And here's number 2. This was the ball that gave Stransky the opening goal. Almost identical to the start of that last clip, but Stransky found it, and she almost found a second goal here. It gets the takeaway and almost does it herself, but just a little too far on that last touch. Another great chance for the Falcons.
Yeah, and I mean, Stransky was the danger person for Bowling Green in that first half. Give her credit, by the way, on that goal from Haley Wolf. That was a long cross that she had to track down in the sun. It was able to get to Maza Farrell. Also looked good coming in as well. Had a couple of chances like there to hell game.
Yeah, there was another chance to Kane, but that's one of those plays where that's kind of an underestimated thing. It looks easy putting that into the net from that close, but here's another chance. Yeah, that was Maza Farrell to Kane again. That connection, those 2 goal scorers from Thursday.
Indeed, and not that many set-piece opportunities for Bowling Green in that first half, but there's just one here from Bowling Green now to capitalize.
Yeah, it was a really fast-paced first half. Not a lot of stoppage.
You see, and again, that was Wolf again putting in that cross. So a lot of it came from her. She was played right back and then left back, kind of switched back and forth there in that first half. And we had a couple crosses there from Quinn O'Neill as well.
That one brings Allie Hughes into action again. She just saw its first half.
Yeah, and I think of that one too. If the Holler knows that one's going to fall to her, she might take that with a cleaner strike. But regardless, still 1-0 lead nonetheless for BG. And I think, honestly, in that first 45 for the Falcons, it's been a pretty successful non-conference for 1-1, but what did you make of that first 45?
I was impressed with their ability to keep Duquesne somewhat limited in the first half, despite, they had a lot of shots. They had some solid offensive chances, but the back line held. I think it's going to be interesting to see if they can do that again. I think that's a tough task considering this Duke offense. I think we're in for a pretty exciting second half.
Indeed we are. We mentioned this is the last non-conference tune-up for BG, which means we have the upcoming matches for the Falcons as we begin at MAC play. And one of the first ones they have coming up is right here at home next week against Kent State.
Yeah, that one's right here, 1 p.m. on WBGU PBS. But Kent State was a team that lost to Duquesne in the season opener, but they're another one of those teams that's kind of fighting for a MAC tournament spot, along with, you see the upcoming schedule there on your screen at Ohio. That's going to be a tough game. OU and Western Michigan, the two maybe favorites straight up for the MAC this year.
Yeah, you have like the three of the top teams in the MAC your first 3 games. And Ohio's a team that has eliminated Bowling Green the past couple of seasons as well in MAC tournament.
Yeah, Western Michigan as well. And then Central coming up on the 28th. And then Battle of I-75 going to Toledo this year. The Falcons won here last year. So that's going to be a fun game as always.
Yeah, a lot of home games for Bowling Green. That one only really bad road trip is that Thursday game against Ohio. That is you could argue that might be their biggest MAC game of the year. We'll see how everything folds out, obviously, with the other results to be had. But a tough start to the MAC, nonetheless, but it's been a good non-conference stretch for the Falcons as well. On the other side, for the Duquesne Dukes in the A-10, one more tune-up with Youngstown State for them, but then after that, they have a couple of A-10 opponents, but also mixed in with a couple of non-conference as well.
Yeah, Youngstown State and Eastern Kentucky rounds out non-conference play for them, and then Richmond, George Washington, and Dayton, 3 of those Atlantic 10 opponents that are going to get them a challenge. Duquesne, with the way they've looked in the first half, looks like they may be able to challenge for that A-10 tournament spot come tournament time.
Indeed, George Washington and Dayton are pretty good, formidable foes in the A-10 conference. Definitely had a couple of chances in that first half, the Dukes did, but didn't really hear a lot of their star man, Matisia. They're the senior forward from Lebanon, Ohio. Last I heard, you kept her pretty quiet. For the Dukes, what changes are you going to make in the second half to try to get an equalizer in this one?
It'll be interesting to see if they end up maybe trying someone new off the bench. Yeah, you mentioned Matissa, absent, not a single shot so far in the first half, although they did have 7 different Dukes with shots in that half. So it's been a wide variety of different looks. We'll see if maybe they'll try to get Matissa some of those looks in the second, maybe focus a little bit more. But it's been a lot of the wingers, and it's been a lot of midfielders have done a lot of it for them.
Indeed, we'll see if Duquesne can equalize. We'll see if Bowling Green can get that insurance goals in the second half. The Falcons have a 1-0 lead over the Dukes with a goal from Emma Strancy. We'll take a quick break and come back and bring you ready for second half action. You're watching BGSU Women's Soccer here on WBGU PBS.
Founded in the Midwest, Bowling Green State University is embracing innovation to push the norms of higher education. Academic programs that are in high demand, research that is relevant for our communities, partnerships that strengthen our economy. Nationally recognized for our student experience and home to one of the largest scholarship programs of its kind in the nation. We are a hard-working public university, always striving forward, always for the public good.
a bold approach to engineering. At Bowling Green State University, our engineering degrees fuse the science of traditional engineering with technology and hands-on skills. This combination is what employers are looking for in the up-and-coming fields of robotics, advanced manufacturing, and systems engineering. It's why our graduates find jobs and why BGSU stands out. Don't just get a degree. Secure your future at BGSU.
If you missed this week's episode of Scenic Stops and Stories, you can stream the full episode for free anytime at wbgu.org/Scenic Stops.
Ready to begin half number 2 here in Bowling Green. Falcons up 1-0 over Duquesne Dukes from a goal from Ennis Transcy. Ready for what should be an exciting second half, I would say, of soccer. Lucas Clamar alongside Henry Costco with you on WBGU PBS. You got the Falcons walking back onto the field. The Dukes making their way back onto the pitch as well.
I think we're in for a pretty interesting second half considering what we saw in the first. Doesn't look like any changes are going to be made for the Falcons, but we'll see if it happens a little bit later on. Duquesne really going to be pushing to get that goal, I think, in this half, especially early on. They're going to want to equalize and get another one later on.
I think it's interesting because we talked about the high press they had, especially early in that first half. It worked out in their favor a couple times. You saw a little bit of nervousness for Bowling Green. But on the flip side, give the Falcons all the credit in the world. I mean, that defensive back 3-5 at times with Searles, Green, Lamparty, and then if Underhill and Wolf worked their way back. They were really locked in and very solid back there.
I mean, 8 total shots for Duquesne, only 2 that were on target. O'Malley took care of those as well. So I think quality of chances has been in favor of Bowling Green, and that's why you see the 1-0 on the scoreboard.
Indeed, as well. We saw a couple subs. We've seen almost the entire roster for Chris Fox play at some point this season. Yeah, obviously there's starters and some play more than others off the bench, but he's really used the entire roster at some point during the year. But I think it's tough to say with their depth.
Yeah, not afraid to put players in positions, and it's not just been in garbage time too. He's been putting even freshmen in big moments. We've seen Quinn O'Neill and Mia Gatz, who started this game.
Second half underway here. Duquesne now going from left to right to switch sides, and they went long already, trying to start aggressive for that equalizer. This one's gonna be tracked down from Cusis. Gonna keep it in play. Goal kick coming up for BG.
Duquesne starts it off. Pennsylvania Cusis, junior out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Came in as a sub in the first half.
Green short to Lamparty, seeing a little bit of pressure provide already, but Bowling Green, it's part of their DNA. Want to build out of the back. Well, they want that pressure. They want to invite that pressure so they can get a couple of passes, have that open space, and play those long balls.
Yeah, those long balls were the key to a lot of their success, especially on the right side in the first half.
Give and go here inside the box. Here comes Matissa. Green clears it away. It's back from Machka. Lesick working on Searles there down on that side. It's picked up and cleared away from Bowling Green.
Yeah, I think Matisse is going to be the key for the Dukes in terms of getting her involved. She's been heavily marked by the Bowling Green defense, and rightfully so, with 8 goals so far in the year. If they can get her involved, that would be big for the Dukes.
They're back in play, but no trouble there from O'Malley. And probably Oliver. Almost a mishit pass. Green knows well to cover up, but it's given back to Machka and the Dukes. Still alive for Duquesne. Header flicked on. Matissa. Cusis give and go. Muir's in there. Shot there from Moore is blocked. Still alive for Duquesne. Moore picks it up again. Fakes the shot. Gets it past Butera, and the second attempt there was over the bar.
Good defense by Butera Moore. Tried to get around her. He's in a couple different moves. Didn't work. Butera plays well defensively, as seems like she almost always does. And the first touch there in the closeout, and the closeout again on the other side.
There's something to say about patient defending. As we'll have a whistle blown, and I would have to imagine it's about time wasting, but we'll see. Clock did stop.
Interesting goal kick there. O'Malley just kind of hands it off to Green.
Touch off Machka off for a BG throw. It's turnover in Bowling Green's own end. Moore gets it out to Muir. Long switch to Cusis. Cusis cross. Underhill heads it back right into the direction of Cusis. Ricochets off Butera, pulling her pressure hard, but gets it out to Wolf. Long ball for looking for Kane. Poked in there from LaVecchia. Sliding challenge there from Underhill. And I think you're right, Henry. You're seeing more of the intensity start the second half as we did in the first. Here's Poole. Getting around her man, has some speed, plays a one-time switch, looking to find Kane. Kane might get on the end of this one, inside the box. She does, and she can't just keep her shot down.
What a ball, though, by Ellie Poole, even getting around and finding that space. Complete cross.
That was a left-footed cross as well.
Yeah.
Here's Muir through ball. Cusis on the chase. And Party go back to O'Malley. Underhill steps to that ball. Here's Audrey Oliver. Poole, one-time pass, looking for Stransky. It's in between the two center backs for Duquesne. Under some pressure here from Stransky is Jaden Sharpless. Long switch coming up here. Wolf there, one-on-one defending there, and Wolf again smartly just enough contact to kind of just push out a play, maybe keep her off balance so she couldn't get a foot on the ball.
That's going to be a goal kick for O'Malley. I've seen Audrey Oliver mentioned her earlier, getting a lot of play all through the first half and continuing into the second half. Getting a lot of minutes today. The absence of Alexis Sopralis on the lineup today.
Wolf, and Poole's going to be calling the foul. It's a good step there from Poole nonetheless, but foul's going to be called on Lindsay Kravchuk.
It's been a very clean game, I think, from both sides. First half was a few fouls from Duquesne, but they cleaned it up towards the end of the first half.
Here's Wolf again, one-on-one defending, but Hughes is able to hook in the cross this time. It's headed up, but into the hands of O'Malley.
O'Malley's going to be busy in the second half. 2 saves in the first. Already made a couple in the second. Shown poise in multiple games. Shut out Cincinnati on last week.
Lamparty, Butera, one-touch passing. Not enough mustard on that one. Muir picks it up. Top of the team, Matissa. Again, Lamparty stepping in there to win the ball. Then Oliver helping out as well.
Well, Vecchia, the senior defender, been pretty active. Senior kind of closing off that left side pretty well.
Long switch looking for Kane. Go out of bounds.
These two programs, this is only their third meeting. In the history last year was the second of all time. You would think, Duquesne being from Pittsburgh, they might have played a few more in the history. But first meeting, 7-3 victory for Bowling Green. That was in 2004.
What a high-score game that was.
Yeah, you don't see that too often anymore.
Crossing the box, it's met from Green. And then dealt away. Bowling Green able to push their lines up.
Duquesne, beautiful campus, downtown Pittsburgh.
Kane intercepting that pass from Hughes. Stransky trying to give it back to Kane, and it's nicely read there from the Dukes. Here's Muir. Butera, great step to win the ball. Stransky's got Kane open to the right. She can play here. Might have been a little bit too strong on that pass. But Bowling Green, it's almost been the counterattacking game has really worked out for them in this fair. Obviously, they want a possession with purpose and kind of break teams down. But even the goal came from a couple of quick passes and then a long cross from Wolf to Stransky.
Yeah, with that high press, it creates a lot of numbers in the back defense. Once he gets the ball past there, it gets pretty fast-paced. A lot of times you'll see teams let the ball get forward past the midline and stack around the box, not really letting numbers get, a numbers advantage get created from the other team. Duquesne using the high press instead.
This one's going to bounce out for a goal kick. An interesting shape here from Bowling Green with sometimes it's been a back three and a back five. Right now you have like Lamparty, Green, and Searles, and you have kind of Wolf and Underhill as those outside backs. That's a long ball. Kane's wide open here on this right side. Underhill's making a run forward. Here comes Kane. Still a Kane. Is it out wide here? Poole crosses it, looking for Stransky. I almost thought Kane was going to take that herself there on that run.
Yeah, I think Stransky might have been a better look. Poole got the ball and maybe wanted to take a touch there. Just a little, it skied a little too far for Stransky. But again, it's that right wing that's creating space. This time on the opposite side of us. Well, Kane had quite a few chances in the first half.
And Duquesne now is pushing so many players up. If you look at the mid-circle, there's 3 Falcons and just 2 Duquesne center backs. 2 are pushed up by 4, so they're pushing up numbers up, trying to get this equalizer.
I mean, I think the strengths of Green and Butera especially is playing against the press. Green is very confident on the ball, very comfortable against that press. She's shown that today.
Butera. Gonna win that one. Muir trying to get it back on the return pass. Look at Taylor Green stepping up to get that one away.
Those are the plays that need to be made, denying Duquesne the ball in any opportunity close to the box. It's just putting the extra energy in a given moment to make that takeaway, taking the opportunity.
Throwing coming for Underhill and Bowling Green. Here's Stransky. Okay, not quite ready. Strohs picks it up there. Heavy challenge. Duquesne comes away with it. Here's Matissa. Gets it out wide. Lisick. Cross looking for more. Heads it up. No trouble there for O'Malley.
Thank you, sir.
Quick pass looking for Wolf there. Sliding challenge there from Muir. Throwing BG. Before we do that, sub will come in. That is Mina Sam. Will be coming in for Bowling Green. Should be coming in for Underhill.
See if Sam ends up playing the same role as Underhill. Sam typically more of a midfielder. Maybe play a little bit more forward.
Another player that missed her entire freshman year due to that injuries. And she's started most of the games. Didn't start today, but she's played a huge role in her second year with Bowling Green, but technically her redshirt freshman season.
Yeah, a few players like that on the pitch right now. Ellie Poole, another player. She's a grad student. Missed all of last season. And Audrey Oliver as well. They both come in and produced well in 2025.
Tara steps in. It's Kravchuk moving all the way up and gets his out to Lisick. It's one-on-one with Searles. Lisick moves inside the box, gets past Searles, cross. Now with Butera, clears it away. Corner kick coming up for Duquesne.
Here's a opportunity for Duquesne. We've seen the pressure in the second half, but we just haven't seen, again, it's been the quality of chances that just haven't really been there. Shots on goal are headers right to O'Malley or
Corner kick Duquesne.
shots are well off. See if Duquesne can get some solid shots on goal here off this corner.
So we'll be an in-swinging ball from Lisick, who earned the corner. We saw her one-on-one abilities a couple of times this game. Ball floated in. It's off a Pool. That was an awkward couple ricochets there inside the box. Kravchuk gonna put that back in a dangerous play. It's gonna be on the foot of Sam. Stransky trying to get everyone to Pool. It's turned back over. Oliver stepped in initially, going back to Lavecchia. Wrong switch looking for Cusis. Too strong in there. Good build-up of play from Duquesne, but that's that final ball they're just not hitting.
Yeah, they just need more numbers in the box. I think they need to get more separation. You're doing a really good job of marking players once they get offensive pressure.
Goal kick here to Green. Lampardi under some pressure. Two so smart and so comfortable. Putting out of the back, Wolf. Looking forward, Poole. Try to hold up the ball, trying to give it to Stransky. Can she keep it in play? She can. Stransky down to this left byline, and she's taken out. Be a free kick coming up here, and the first caution of the match will be shown to Duquesne as Emerson Connolly.
Yeah, Stransky looking to play the cross here, and yeah, coming in, and Connolly just too much contact.
A little celebration there, Stransky, after earning the foul. Just perfect time touch there.
Yeah, I saw Connolly coming in and kind of pushed it away on purpose. This is a big opportunity for the Falcons. Kara's going to take the free kick.
It's a very, very dangerous spot here. It's Just a shorter distance corner. Butera to Searles. Back to Butera. Sky hooks this one in. Lampardi and Green were both rising for it. He's dealt with away from Duquesne. Green earns the throw-in. Couple of subs coming in for Bowling before the throw. Mazzaferro back in. Emily Holler in. Kane's out. Stransky's out. So they're kind of the same subs we saw.
Cycling through the forwards. Emily Holler, the lone senior on this roster. West Liberty, Ohio.
Off the face of Butera. And they'll stop play here momentarily. Seems to be okay. That never feels good.
Yeah, that's always tough.
That's the life of a defensive midfielder. They're going to be in those dogfights in the midfield and hard tackles, winning back the ball, those 50-50 challenges, and sometimes the ball ricochet hits you off the face. There's Stan. How about that win back the ball there? There's Mazzaferro.
I'm sorry, 9 for 6.
Yes, 9 for 6.
Perfect, thank you.
Searles. Long ball to the top for Green. Mazzaferro will chase. Just clears that one away.
Greenman taking over the offensive pressure lately. Playing right into their hands, just keeping the ball out of the Duquesne offensive zone.
Substitute coming in for the Dukes. Caitlin Killinger's back in play. Kayla Lesick will check out, so a change for the team from Pittsburgh. There's Green, and she's going to draw the foul there. A little bit of tangle of bodies there with her and Cusis. Here's Green dribbling a bit forward. Mazzaferro bumped off the ball. All right, take this throw in quickly, looking for the run of Matissa. Green's in a full sprint back defensively. And that one's up the foot of Green, but she'll earn the foul.
Contact with the foot. In that case, Green's going to walk it off.
I think the IQ of Taylor Green and Lampardi at this point in the season might be one of the highest IQ'd in the MAC.
Yeah, I think it's proved to be a great combination. We've talked about the absence of Isabel Gilmore and all that she provided for the Falcons over the years, and Green kind of filling that role, but Lampardi playing it as well. Having two center backs with that, sort of experience and poise, and also having control with them, both being juniors.
Here's more. That shot goes across the face of goal, non-target. And how about Jaden Searles? I mean, not starting your first 3 years of college, not even playing last year. And then you come in, you learn a different position from a center mid to right back, and now she's playing a center back and a back three as Jonah Santiago comes in for Duquesne.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive. You've seen her play, you wouldn't guess that she's really doesn't have much college experience. And I mean, switching roles like that is tough, especially when you're entering college, you expect to play a certain role.
Searles looking through there for Mazzaferro.
There's been a lot of cases like that with this team, with Chris Fox switching things around, putting players in different spots. We've seen defenders play both sides. We've seen defenders move up to play midfield. We've seen attacking roles, especially with Evie Underhill kind of playing a defensive attacking role. It's a wide variety of different looks. It makes it tough to game plan as an opposing team.
And she's not the only player that changed positions. Emily Holler was more of a midfielder when Jimmy Walker was here a couple years ago. Now she kind of moved up to that number 9 spot as a forward last year, and that's where she's been ever since.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Here come the Dukes once more. Green puts out the fire again. And Sam looking long for the run of Poole. Poole on one-on-one with Kravchuk. Here's Mazzaferro. Still with Mazzaferro. Kravchuk still on her. Coming out to Searles. And now out to Butera.
Look at that space in the middle of the field.
She did well to take her space there. Gets out the Poole on this left side. Poole one-on-one cross. That's a good block there from Muir. Stays in play. A little nutmeg as she'll go inside the box. Trying to do it a second time. That time on Santiago, but she couldn't pull it off. Able to get away with a good block.
A good energy by Ellie Poole getting that block. That's going to keep away the Duquesne opportunity. But, I mean, Duquesne just not a lot of pressure so far. It's been a slow second half, which plays into the hands of Bowling Green considering they're trying to hold a lead. It's been a lot of offensive pressure from them in the past 10, 15 minutes. I mean, I think this team looks a lot more cohesive. Not that they weren't cohesive to start the season against Oakland, but I think you're really seeing the system start to play well, and you're starting to see players become a lot more comfortable with it, especially players like Audrey Oliver, Ellie Poole, who weren't, didn't play under it last year, and also the transfers as well. They look comfortable in their roles.
I have to agree with you. As we look comfortable here, Mazzaferro. Referee says it's a clean challenge. Audrey Oliver gets it to the sand. That was misread there from Machka, and then just goes out of play. Taking another look at this pass, and you mentioned that was the system playing to its perfection there. Just a couple one-touch passing. So it was a clean challenge. Here's Poole. Long pass over the top for Aller. And Emily Holler couldn't get there. It's just punt up in the air from Santiago. It's going to be a corner kick coming up for Bowling Green.
Here's an opportunity. We saw the short free kick from this side in the last set piece. See if they end up choosing to go short again. A lot of times you see Butera connect with someone short, and then it just goes right back to Butera to kind of set up maybe a corner kick that maybe, gets the defense off a little bit, gets their timing off.
And everyone's marked up there towards the top of the 18. And Butera will take this one short, like you mentioned. Searles will go back to Butera. Butera cross to the back post. Offside flag is up. We saw them do that a lot, Bowling Green, last year. They took almost every corner kick short. And now you saw kind of a mixture. They kind of put balls more into the box more, but saw them go short once again there. Just didn't work out in their favor.
And corners are fun because there's so many different things you can do with it. You can go super short, you can go kind of short and then go back. You can, invert it in some ways. You can kind of create even free kicks off of your corners if you do it right. It's a thing that so many goals come off of.
Killinger picking up this ball, moving inside the box. Killinger's shot rolls onto the ground into the hands of O'Malley. That could have been a really dangerous opportunity there for Duquesne.
Yeah, that space kind of just created itself. O'Malley got a hands on it, but there was a look there for a solid shot on goal.
There's Green to Lampari. High press still alive here for Duquesne. Audrey Oliver, another cage match in the midfield, able to win it back. Going to poke this one through, looking for Poole. Killinger with Wolf. The one-on-one defending down on each side for Bowling Green has been spot on this game.
Yeah. You know, I think one thing to think about is this Duquesne team didn't change a lot from last year, considering no transfers. See a few new freshmen entering, but it's a lot of the same players and a new coach, but relatively similar from what they saw last year. While Bowling Green is, well, I would say they're very different from what we saw with the team last year.
Would agree as well, with 3 Duquesne subs coming in at a moment's notice. Searles will throw this one in. Looking for an option. Everyone's kind of crowded over there in that corner. Holler trying to get his foot on it. Gets it to Sam. Sam has all of her top 8 teams. She wants him. Butera cross into the box. Dealt with there from Kravchuk. Sam, Wolf, reaching on it. Good challenge there. One there from Muir. Muir, long ball looking for more. Green chasing, and Green will just clear with it away. So one sub for Bowling Green, that's Lily Babel coming in. And a Bundy coming back in play. Reese Kirshner, and as well for Duquesne, and Kayla Lysek is also back in play for the Dukes. We have not seen Babel yet this game, and Babel is also a player that kind of went on her position changes here from the winger to defensive role.
Yeah, she's played a little bit of defense, a little bit of forward. I mean, well, doing multiple different things.
Killinger cross to the back post, a little too strong.
Not too far. This is going to be the push for Duquesne, though, bringing in the 3 subs and bringing in the new energy. We're going to try to make something happen here. Clock ticking down fast. 20 minutes goes by fast when you're down a goal.
There's Green, long ball. There's Babel this time returning to up top. Mazzaferro. High press there from Matissa. Amalia under some pressure again. That pass a little bit behind Lamparty, and she'll just have to clear it away.
Smart play there. Just clear that out. Reset it for Duquesne. I want to give anyone an opportunity to just get a takeaway and get an instant look. This is when a lot of Duquesne's goals have come this season. Last 20 or so minutes of the game.
Killinger working on Wolf, and Killinger gets away with it. Puts across inside the box. Searles meets it. Oh, it almost fell to a Duquesne Duke right outside the penalty spot. And then it's clear away from Bowling Green. A little bit of an early moment there.
Yeah, that was Kirshner who was standing there right in the box, and I think the ball went just under her foot there, else that would have been a good luck for Duquesne. Gotta be careful when the ball comes into the box. Gotta clear it out as well as possible. Falcons did clear it out there.
Santiago, Matissa. Nice little flick on there. Didn't work out initially. Matissa gets it right back. Matissa out wide left. Almost looking for the return pass. Goes right to the foot of Taylor Green. We'll deal with it away. Mazzaferro. One back from Duquesne. Now working on Searles there on that far side. Searles gets it off, I believe, off of Falcon. It's going to be a corner kick coming up for Duquesne. And Duquesne's thrown numbers up this entire second half. It'll be interesting to see how much numbers they really put up if it stays 1-0 and they get into the last 5 minutes or so.
Looks like they're keeping 8 up right now, and then 1 for our defender, and then 1 marked by Mazzaferro.
And swinging ball, Lissick. Delivered in. O'Malley strong to collect.
It's a great play. Sometimes it's a tough judgment call. Going up to get that ball can sometimes end badly if maybe you don't get it and knocks the ball outward with all the players in the box. Got to get both hands on it. firmly. O'Malley does that.
Sam to Oliver. Good pass looking for Mazzaferro. Keeps it, trying to get that 1-2 Holler. It's still alive for BG. You have 3 Duquesne attackers now pressuring the ball. With Litzek and Moore up top.
Duquesne have numbers on this side. Got to be careful. Great pass to find Babel.
It's a great pass. Indeed, Holler trying to get the one back to Babel. She was tucked inside to give that ball to Holler.
That's how quickly those holes can be found when you're high pressing, because it's going to happen where someone gets unmarked. One of the forwards.
Tara has had a lot of work to do with a handful of Matissa with her hold-up play. Be a throw-in here for BG, but a couple more subs coming in. Kane back in, and Stransky back in. Mazzaferro and Holler out. So it looks like it won't come in just quite yet.
Substitutions into the game for the Falcons.
The fourth official said, nope, come on back.
13, Ella Kane for number 7, Isabella Mazzaferro. And number 36, Emma Stransky. And for number 6, Emily Holler.
And now they'll come in. Interesting enough, but some things we're just not knowledgeable about, and that's one of those right there.
Yeah, I guess that was just too early on substitution. Sometimes a little too antsy. Sometimes refs are more lenient with that than others. But you got to do it the proper way.
20 came in for 30 for that blood thing, and I think 30 is going to be going back in over 20.
Santiago's come in the second half in the defensive side for Duquesne. So maybe just putting a fresh body in there, helping them pass around the back. They've had the ball quite a bit down the stretch here. And search for this equalizer. Killinger up there from Wolf. Killinger gets it away, trying to switch the point of attack. And a foul's going to be called on Bowling Green. That was Killinger.
Yeah, I think that was going to be Emma Stransky who gets on that one, the push from behind. Killinger found a lot of space there in the middle. I think Bowling Green just kind of wanted to stifle that. Yeah, you see a great run, and yeah, just a shove that sends Killinger over, sends the contact.
So this will be a set-piece opportunity and a pretty promising position for Duquesne. This is about in between the center circle and top of the 18. So it'll be Kravchuk on this free kick. Over to the back post, and O'Malley confidently off for line to collect.
Not really any clear space for those Dukes that were lining up in the box. That's a good job marking as they kind of group up and spread out. Bowling Green, I think, sensed that was going to happen. That one goes right to O'Malley. Free kick was just a little too far.
Duquesne substitution is number 30, Eva Lavecchia, in for number 20.
Lavecchia came back in for Duquesne for Connolly, who was on a yellow. Murray taking a strike there and just over the bar, and that's one of the few times we've seen Matissa get an open look there from far range.
I think that may have been the first shot for Matissa this game. One of the first. You see the power on that leg that she has.
Green intercepted the pass. It's an opportunity here for Duquesne if they can still with it. It's a tackle and a cover up there from O'Malley there. Lamparty went into a 50-50 challenge. Bowling Green survives danger there.
Nice job by Lamparty. That was a good opportunity for the Dukes. They got a run in the box. Yeah, just a missed pass and a turnover. Goes to Kirshner. Yeah, Lamparty just putting her body on the line. And O'Malley covering it up.
High press again here. And this one's turned over again for Bowling Green. Killinger this time gets on it. Killinger cross in the box is going to fall to Matissa. Trying to make a shot. Sam comes with it, trying to get her back away from goal. Hughes, and Hughes just runs out of room there. So nervy moments now here for Bowling Green.
That was kind of 2 back-to-back plays where it was just missed passes in the back line, which is rare in this game. It seemed to be pretty consistent. Maybe think about fatigue a little bit, maybe with these defenders who've played the whole game. Of course, Green and Lamparty used to that.
Lamparty up. It takes a couple of bounces. Kane gets with it. And a 50-50 challenge there was Santiago. And Santiago putting it up the field. That one could have found Matissa, but it goes all the way to O'Malley. She'll take her time, trying to take as many time off the clock as you can.
Santiago Lone, player who's not from the Midwest, kind of on this Duquesne roster from Bradenton, Florida, and Carnal Mooney High School. Another one of those seniors. It's a really very veteran roster. Duquesne.
Very experienced indeed. Untouched pass here is Anna Bundy. Bundy crossing to the box. Matissa gets a touch to bring it down. Lessick, a lot of orange shirts that crowding the penalty box and they get it cleared away. Here's the Kane. Kane gets it out to Babel. Under 10 minutes to go here. Babel gets the Falcons out of their own defensive half. Babel crosses inside the box, and it's just going to be patted down and covered up there from Hughes.
Yeah, I don't hate that. They're just not really any numbers. I mean, they're playing back. I mean, you see kind of the back line of 5 if you add Butera onto that. They're not really pushing offensively. 10 minutes down. That's going to be a foul on Butera.
Just got the wrong side of Matissa there.
They're taking it quickly.
Bundy. Matissa again poked away from Lamparty. Killinger. Thought about a shot, left-footed shot, takes a couple of bounces, but again, no chow from O'Malley.
I think Duquesne these past few minutes have had some of the best chances they've had all game. It's been Killinger, it's been Matissa who's gotten involved lately. Can Bowling Green hold on? 8 minutes ticking down.
I'll go in favor of Bowling Green.
A high press and Party Green doing a good job there.
Butera up for the header. Sam in a physical battle in midfield. And she might stay down here.
That was some tough contact. Kirshner wrapped her arm around Sam a little bit. Won't get another look at it. So the sky's up in the air. That's Butera, and then, yeah, just...
I got your leg caught almost a little bit in the grass.
I think so. He's going to walk it off.
Good to see that Sam is okay. Ball into the box again, looking to the backside. It's going to fall. It's Matissa. Shot is blocked. The second attempt is cleared from Green. Another big chance from Duquesne, but Bowling Green defense stays strong again.
Bending but not breaking. I mean, we're seeing them get space in the box. Matissa had open space, and it's bouncing around.
Duquesne substitution number 32, Brianna Moore.
Brianna Moore will come in, so another big body.
Paige
Cusis, so now you got 2 up in there with Matissa and Moore for Duquesne. Off the hand there of Bundy.
Yeah, that's momentum breaker for Duquesne.
Here's Lamparty. Here's Oliver. Bit of a heavy touch. Kane trying to track her down. I'll go all the way back here to Hughes. I think at this point for Bowling Green, you're probably just going to try to waste as much time as you can. There's still a decent amount of time left to get a second goal. But Duquesne is barging down the door. And that's going to be a foul on Butera.
Another free kick coming up for Duquesne.
Turns into another set piece opportunity. LaVecchia will stand over this free kick. Here's LaVecchia, delivered into the box. Killinger trying to keep it in play. Going to save his last off of Falcons, so now a corner kick coming up for the Dukes. It's going to be Killinger. Be an out-swinging ball.
I've got to be careful here. This one's going towards the goal.
Killinger delivered, and it's off the crossbar. Still alive for Duquesne. Moore was with it, but Stransky back defensively to come away with it. Sliding challenge. Clock will stop.
That was a heck of a corner attempt from the Dukes. That one off the crossbar, almost. Got that one curled around.
Poole come in for Babel and almost had an Olympico there, just a couple inches more down on that ball than you looking at 1-1 maybe.
Duquesne pressing harder than ever. Moore is kind of playing the sweeper sort of runner.
Sam.
Wow, yeah.
Back to man. Now they're going all-out press here from Duquesne. Able to win this one back is Krafchick. Kirshner keeping that one in play. Searle will just deal with it away. Stransky flicks it on for the run of Kane. Santiago heads it down, but goes right back to Kane. And Kane winning back the ball. How about that, using that speed there?
Good pressure, and you know, also one-on-one Stransky trying to take it back. It's a good job by Duquesne stopping that pressure, though.
Foul one there from Searles. Under 5 minutes now left to play here. Here's Green, long ball up. Stransky rises, it goes right to Sam. And a header there, one. From LaVecchia. Poole earned that throw in, and I think at this point, now you're probably trying to go to the corner and try to waste as much time as you can.
Yeah, try to keep possession as long as you can, give Duquesne less opportunities. When you have to go faster late in the game, it creates some uncomfortable chances. Yeah, look at the battle in the corner.
Stransky shoving off a couple of Duquesne players. That'll earn another throw in. As it stands, she does have the game-winning goal. Still plenty of time left to play. Stransky just flicks this one up out of bounds.
Let's go Falcons! Let's go!
Sam. Be a foul on her. Sharpless. Short to Santiago. Now everybody seems to be up here for Duquesne. Ball delivered. Searles clears it away. Oliver flicks it on Bundy. Stays within. Oliver earned the foul.
I was going to go the other way. Hurts the BG defense. Not a lot of set pieces here lately for Duquesne, and haven't got much of these past couple. Time running out. Both these teams have great non-conference starts. Both of them want this win to continue their hot streak. And just hoping for the draw at this point.
Searles, Sam, to the Duquesne. It's met by Duquesne play initially, and Sam knocks it off the hand of Lavecchia.
Take their time with this one. Under 2 minutes almost. Crowd getting into it here for the home team. Get their 5th win on the season.
Quite the start for Bowling Green in this non-conference play if they can seal this one out.
One of the best starts in program history.
Butera flicks it up. One back here from Duquesne. And here comes Moore again around Green. Still Moore. Green comes sliding in. Ball still loose from Duquesne. And a foul will be blown back, I believe, on Green. So it'll be another set piece opportunity for Duquesne. Some hard challenges there.
That was going to be a run. A good play by Green. Get another look at it. The top attempt in the sliding tackle. It's a great play, and then Party comes in to clean it up.
Just putting everything on the line there, try to keep it out. Cross into the box again. Lamparty up to it. Miz hit there from Sharpless, and Poole just deals with it away.
They go as fast as they can. They got to go quick. BG won it the other way.
After the throw, Poole heads it away. We're down to a minute.
1 minute remaining.
Kravchuk. And that one's going to go up out of play, and that's going to take up a lot of seconds off this clock.
Mallory,
Bowling Green's favor.
Mallory can take as long as she wants with this. Gonna play it short to Green again. He's gonna try to just hold possession. Just watch the high press. Yep, boot it.
Searles flicking it up to Sam. Missed kick there from Sam, down to 20 seconds. Searles now one-on-one there with Letsick. Down to 10 seconds. Throwing here for Duquesne. One flicks it up in a bounce, and that's going to do it. And Bowling Green, a 5th win of the season, another home win, and they'll end conference play 5-1-1. Quite the start to the year.
How about that? Bowling Green undefeated in the orange uniforms to play in non-conference play. But a big 1-0 win. Again, this was a team that beat BG 2-0 in Pittsburgh last year, and Bowling Green comes back and gets revenge. Here is the 1-goal Haley Wolf to Emma Stransky, the game-winning goal that came in the first half. But Duquesne, a lot of chances, just wasn't quite able to get that equalizing goal.
That was a difference in the match. O'Malley, another shutout to add to her sophomore season. The Bowling Green backline holds strong, and the Stransky goal winner is the difference. That will do it for our broadcast here. For our director, Raymond Cotis, for my broadcast partner, Henry Costco. For myself, I'm Lucas Clem, and our entire WBGU PBS crew. We say thank you and have a good rest of your Sunday afternoon.